Hello guys. In this video, I'm going to talk about Java tuples library. Generally, whenever we want to store any data with more elements, we are going to use collections, right? We know list is a data type where we are going to use to store multiple elements with same data type, but only one data type is allowed. When it comes to set, same thing, but duplicate elements are not allowed. When it comes to map, maximum two different data types we can store at a time. That is what we know already about Java collections concept, right? Now, what exactly we are going to do if we want to store more than two elements? Like, I want to store string, integer, and one more string also I want to store. What if I want to store 4 different data types at a time? What if I want to store 10 different data types at a time? So especially within Java programming language, there is no such possibility. So if you want to do that, we have an option in Java. So for that, we have to add additional library called Java Tuples. So this library is going to allow us to store 10 different data types, meaning 10 heterogeneous objects we can store at a time. We can store string, integer, double, float, 10 different data types at a time we can store by using this Java Tuples library. Let's see what exactly the concept of Java Tuples library. Let's create a new class here, a Java Tuples, along with main method. So generally, when it comes to list, we are going to store something like this: list of string and whatever the variable that you want to assign. So new array list like this, correct? In later point of time, you are going to use list.add method, and then you are going to add all the values generally. So you are going to add whatever the object that you want to. Very similar to these collection concepts, even tuples also going to work. Whenever you want to store any data types by using tuples, first you have to add Java tuples library here, because by default we are not at all going to get this Java tuples library. If you are using Java project, then you have to download tuples Java library and then you have to add it. If you are using Maven project, you have to copy the dependency, that is Java tuples dependency. So you have to copy that, so that you are going to get all the packages and classes that we can use from Java tuples library. So I've just added these Java tuples. The maximum version is 1.2 only available here. So now once we are going to add Java tuples library, mainly we are going to have 10 different classes within this package. Java tuples package is going to have 10 different classes. The main purpose of these 10 different classes here is, let's say if I want to store one single element, then I'm going to use unit. When it comes to two different elements, I have to use pair class. Whenever three different elements together, I want to store triplet. Whenever four elements, quartet. 5 elements, quintet. Like this, you can actually store 10 different data types together in this particular tuples classes. Let's see how exactly we are going to do that. Whenever I want to store 3 different data types. So 3 different data types together, if I want to store, if you see here, you can understand, triplet is what we have to use. So we have to initiate like this, triplet class along with data types. Let's say I want to store string, comma, integer, comma, double. 3 different values I want to store here. Variable I am updating as triplet is equal to new triplet of same data types. Within this, I can store whatever the values I want. So let's say I want to store my name, Bharat, and I want to store my employee ID, that is 1234, and then I also want to store my percentage, like my master's percentage also, let's say 98.23. So all these values I can store together at one single variable like this. Not only storing these values, let's say if I want to get these values to make use of like somewhere in my program, if I want to make use of this particular name, very simple, I can simply use sysout. There are multiple methods also available here. So triplet dot get value of 0, if you are going to get value 0 method, if you can use here, then automatically you will be able to get that. Not only storing the data, we can actually get the data also. Even we can check the size of this particular triplet, how many values we have stored. Those methods also available. And one more feature also there. Let's say already 3 different values are there. Now I want to store my address details also and my zip code details also. Let's say there are other data types if you want to add, that is also possible. Let's say I want to add 3 more details, meaning 3 more different data types I want to add here. Then what exactly I'm going to use? So I need sextet, and already there are 3 different data types we are having, so we have to use the same data types. Along with that, we have to use another data types. To add my address, I'm going to use string data type. To add zip code, I'm going to use integer data type. And to add whether I'm having like visa or not to travel, so true or false I want to update, so I can update that data type also here. Now I can use this variable. Now what we can do is by using add method, so already there are values, 3 different values available. Now I can use dot add. I can add other values here. Address is Hyderabad, and my zip code is somewhere like 581, and then I am eligible for travel to different country as I'm already having visa, so I can add another values here. So now if we are going to print this one, do you know we'll be able to get 6 different values. And now if you want to get like suddenly my zip code, if I want to use somewhere, then value of 4 we have to use here, so that I'll be able to get that particular data. In this way, Java tuples library is very, very useful whenever you want to store more than 2 data types together in one single variable. Generally, collections is going to allow up to 2 data types, but this is going to allow 10 different data types. If we are going to use decade, almost 10 different heterogeneous, not homogeneous heterogeneous elements we can store in one single variable. That's the beauty of Java tuples concepts. And thank you so much, guys.